Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I give God thanks for today, a new day, a day that I've never seen before, and I do not know exactly what is in store for today, as it's still early in the morning. I am here to harvest what is ready to harvest today. It's not much, but I give God thanks, and as I said, it's a day that I've never seen before, and I'm grateful. I do hope that everyone else out there, wherever in the world, is grateful, however small they have, and I pray that someone from somewhere will help them along their journey and help them if they're desperately in need or in need at all. Some people have so much, and some has got nothing at all. Let us continue to remember others. Sharing is caring. Caring will teach others who might not have the ability to care and to share, how to share and to love others as themselves. I trust and believe that the day will come when we will improve in understanding the importance that everyone should have the opportunity to live a modest and healthy life. Having the space to do what you like to do, to live comfortable, to look after family, to look after friends, to look after neighbors. We look forward to that grand day when it should happen, and these things can only happen through us as a people. So let us learn to not only share what we grow, but to share our thoughts and our feelings. Look out for the young ones, look out for the elderly ones. Everybody needs to be looked after. In life, there's a little saying goes, once a man, twice a child. So we look up to the newborn baby, and we're pleased and merry when pregnancy takes place, and when we do see their smile, we're even more happy. It should be the same when a person grows older, or when a person has an illness and become less able-bodied, mind or soul. So let's learn to care, let's learn to share, let's learn to understand each other's needs, let's learn to talk to those who do not know how to budget and to manage what they earn to live a modest life. Let's talk to those who do not know how to appreciate the body that they were born into and not to destroy it by trying to fit in things on their body that is not of greater importance, just to live in the moment, to be looking as they call it, pretty, which is only temporary. Beautiful on the outside, we need to be beautiful inside. Stay with me as I harvest the callaloo today. This will be the main thing that I have to harvest today. You can see there's some of the callaloo, beans, the runner beans, but they're not ready. We've got tomato, they need some more time on the tree. I've got some that is ready. They're at the front, but I'm not going to go there this morning. They need a little bit more time also on the tree. These will be ready maybe in another couple of weeks. Over here I've got some beans. This is dwarf beans, and I'm just going to try and lift this up, keep this in place to keep out cats. There used to be cats running around, but I haven't seen any for a while, though they jump on the fence, but they do not cause much. It's not around anymore. Okay, gosh, I need to get this at an angle where you can see. It's not easy to, this is why I don't really do much of this. I don't have someone to help me along with this while I'm doing this. You need two creeper. I've screwed the knot so tight I can't adjust it at the moment. Okay, it's happening. So let's see if I can put this tripod to stand up at an angle where it won't fall over. Okay, that's not too bad. I'll just use the scissors. There you go. That's touching the rock. So I can harvest in maybe another 3 or 4 days. So I'll just keep those in the fridge, and that should give me a nice little eat. When these start dropping through properly, I will have quite good amount. Over here you can see okra. This breed of okra just really start producing from a tiny tree. I do not know how much they will develop. I'm going to just snip this leaf off. Doesn't look too empty. The leaves are a bit discolored. So I'll leave these few up as well for another couple of days. So once I give it a few more days and harvest them together. Ooh, is it not looking too pretty? Oh, there's some caterpillar going on over there. Oh, I gotta get rid of those. The butterfly is buzzing around. Oops, you can see potato vine in there. It's going through. Gotta come back and get rid of those caterpillars. I'll have to do a cap. I could bend over, but I don't want to do that either, so I'm just going to snip these off with the scissors. I'll just cut it back all the way. I could actually remove the fencing so I could get inside properly, but I choose to do it this way, which is not the cleverest way. It's just a way to avoid me from having to fit it back when I'm finished. Okay, let's just bend over. Oh my goodness. Done quite a few beans together at the same time, and this one is the only one that survived, so this is the only one that's really ready. Okay, Miss Madam ready to go and lay. When she's ready to lay, she's quite fussy. She's a private one. The other one is not private. She just stays there and does her thing, but this one, she squeaks, squeak, 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 make a lot of noise until I put her in a bit of private space before she decides to lay. So I'm gonna shift her into a little quiet space, and I'll be back. Over here there's another little tree. I don't know if you can see it very well. Let's try and lift that up. You can see what's going on under here. Right now, let's see how much I'll be able to harvest today from the beans. You can see the trail of this one. Okay. Over here we've got callaloo, which I am going to harvest this morning. The leaves are so big. Check that out. Almost the size of my palm. They have a bit of this color. Don't know what these are called, what's happening with them. So I better get rid of, harvest them before they get worse. I haven't sprayed them any at all. I do not spray my callaloo. I'd have preferred to give it a couple more days to enable the leaves to develop a bit fuller. But because of what I'm seeing here, I'm going to harvest them now. Then the young shoots will continue to grow, and by next week I'll be able to harvest again. A snippet where it can continue growing. The young shoots will, I'll have to cut that there. It's got so many young shoots, but it's a bit, I'm going to cut it right here. So all that stalk that I'd like to catch, I'm not going to catch it. Then I'm going to remove this leaf because it's not great leaves, and leave the others to continue developing. So this is where you cut. It would be nice to get all that beautiful stalk at the lower section, but at the same time it's needed to continue develop. So it would be nice to cut it down here, but if I cut it much lower, you can see the sucker coming up there. So I snip it right there, and that will continue to grow. This I should have left. This is really, should have left that for another couple of days. Snip, get rid of that big leaf, snip it right there, and the sucker will continue developing. There. I'll push out a few more, and I will be able to get another bundle of callaloo. And before the end of the week, all this will be ready again to harvest. This one didn't grow at all. Remove those. Got it right here. Right there, look at that. And that will continue to grow for the end of the week. Actually, not end of the week, today's Thursday. Those will be ready, and I can cut them together, and I'll get a much nicer bundle. This is all in all like a decent bundle of callaloo. That's enough callaloo here in the UK. It's £2.49, the cheapest, and some places do sell them a bit more expensive. Over here I'm going to harvest these mints as well. You can see where it start flowering, so I'll have seeds. I'm going to leave a few of them, which I don't really need the seeds. I just set a bit, and these will be ready to take indoors for the winter. I'm going to trim all those back. Stay with me. I will show you once I'm finished harvesting. Just keep watering them and they will flourish again. Seeds are turning into seeds You're showing a little bit of age. The age is happening. Age is taking place. Sweet pepper, they're developing very well. I should surely have some sweet pepper before the end of the summer. So this is it for today. Thanks for watching. As I've said a few times, it's not much. It's like good things come in small quantities, small parcels. You can see the tenderness in the callaloo. So this is telling that it is very good. And I'm going to cut this, strip it back. Don't know if everybody knows how to prepare callaloo. Strip this, so strip all of the stalks. Then I'm going to cut it up. I'm going to wash it properly first with some salt water to get rid of any pesticides that might be eaten in it. Then I'll strip, then I'll cut, then I'll put it in the freezer and wait for this lot to come up so I'll get a bigger portion, a larger portion to prepare. And if I get whatever else I'll harvest before the end of the season, I'll put it in the freezer to preserve. Callaloo can stay in the freezer for quite a few months. And I do not have as much as I usually have this year. Last year was the same. Usually I'll get a lot and I'll just cut them up, put in my freezer and have them to use over the winter. I was going to put down a bit more seeds, which I probably could try and see if I get, because the callaloo is a thing that takes a couple of weeks. Once the seeds are up in proper soil, within 6 weeks, there's callaloo ready to be eaten. They don't need a long time. They need nice, beautiful, sunny weather and lots of water. Tropical lifestyle. That's callaloo. Likewise is chawati. That's just running all over the place. The vines are so huge, but they're not pushing out any flower at all. There was a big one up there and it fell down. This is it over here. I turned it this morning. The shoots can be eaten apparently, but I've never tried it, so I don't know. Let me know how many of you have actually eaten chawati, otherwise known as chocho for Jamaicans. Apparently it is very nutritious. Maybe one of these good days I'll try it. Just like the pumpkin leaves. I've cut back pumpkin leaves literally every day, but I've never eaten them. And chickens like to eat them. Let's snip that. So the energy can goes into the tomato. Keep snipping, snipping, snipping. Thanks for watching. See you again in the next update. Hope you all have a wonderful day wherever you're watching from in this world. God bless. I should have said harvest for today. And as for the mint, this is the third time harvesting this year. So a bit of mint, a bit of callaloo, a bit of green beans. Not a lot, but give thanks for small mercies, and I'll keep them indoors. As for the mint, I'll just clean them thoroughly and leave them to dry. Then I'll store them away. So little by little, I will end up with great quantities, larger quantity. But it's the beginning of the harvesting season. As soon as the beans fully mature, I'll have much more beans, which I'll show to you. Also callaloo, which is not bad. Over here the spring onions are doing fairly well also. Here goes the spring onions. I need to remove the pumpkin leaves. I do keep the pumpkin leaves because the chicken eats them. So at least they're there to be used in one way or the other. Have a pleasant day. As I am featuring today harvesting, this is my harvest from the chicken, all these eggs, and some has already been eaten, and I will harvest 2 for today, 1 from each chicken. 1 is in the process of laying, and the 1 has already laid. So all in all, the chickens are doing very well, very well. Some of the eggs are not that big, but they're quite young layer chickens. It's really good. This is the biggest one. So there's small, that's a large one, and there's medium. Most of them are, I would say, medium. So when they just started laying, they started laying really tiny eggs, which is this size. But all in all, it's really good. It helps in multiple ways. Manure for the garden and chicken for the stomach. 2026 backyard gardening harvesting, and I do have much more to harvest before this year. I've actually harvested lots of potatoes. I've shown a batch when I harvested, and then there's another batch which I did not show, and there's more to harvest. So over the next 8 to 10 weeks, you will have updates of what I am able to harvest from growing in the backyard garden. Surely I'll have some pumpkins. I've got many different varieties. I did say I'm going to do a video, a recording of how many different varieties of things I do grow. It is time consuming and lots of patience. Not an awful lot, but it's better than nothing at all. You get something out of what is put in, and I am grateful. I'm ever grateful. The strawberry season has done me well. Here literally every morning having at least 4 strawberries. Some of them grow funny. I do not know why. That's for another day. There's a few more somewhere here hidden. This is so bright, so beautiful, but I've got so many of this wonderful Cuban oregano. Some hidden strawberry. And that is not quite ready, so I'll leave that one for another day. And I'll have 1 today. They have so many seeds. They do grow a lot of seed. Looking forward to some really good old sweet potato. I strongly believe I'm gonna get some potatoes from all these pods that I've got here. But it's only patience. Patience is virtue, and virtue will prove what I actually will get in return for my hard work. Now I shall eat this 1 strawberry for today. Wow. Very yummy. See the butterfly? They do lay a lot of eggs, and I'm telling you, last year there were so much. It's not as bad this year. Last year there were tons and tons of butterfly. I can see 3 of all different variety last year, different colors, laying eggs, giving me a lot of work. But what I really need is some bees. It's not lots of bees today, but usually there's a There would be a few. So I just have to keep monitoring and get rid of the caterpillar. Actually, over here in the tree, there's a pumpkin. It's looking promising. There's a little one here. I'm tempted to break it off, but it looks promising. And there's a few other tiny ones at the top. I'm hoping to harvest at least 8 pumpkins. There's quite a bit, but sometimes they often fall off. But with time, I shall see. These callaloo desperately need some water, so I'm gonna water them now because I really need some beautiful callaloo. In this container, I've put some dwarf beans. I shall see what will happen over the next couple of weeks because I'm looking forward to lots of beans and callaloo to store away for the winter. Nesting, that little lady over there laying, she just doesn't like to lay in open space. She is seriously private, unlike the other. She doesn't have a private space to do her business. She just makes a lot of noise, and it's happening, as you can see. She's the bigger layer. She lays every day. She already laid for today. Very picky, fussy chickens they are. Scratch the feed all over the place and picky at what they eat. I'm going to replenish their water and get them set for today. See madam eating the cabbage. I also allow them to free range a lot. They do enjoy doing so. So they run around, pick as much as they can, and also pull as much as they can, giving me extra work to clean up their mess. But it's what you call it. It's what you bargain for.